This is William K. Mert Witness 1. This is Saturday, July 25th, 2020. And today we are going to discuss the sick obsession of a troubled man. That troubled man, of course, is one Timothy Charles Holmseth. Now, what is interesting about Mr. Holmseth is over the past few days, he has been obsessed with me. If you go over to his Facebook page, those of you who are not blocked from it, you will see that Tim Holmseth has made multiple posts about me for the most part, at least 10 in the space of 2 or 3 days. And he's written articles. And just tonight, the 24th, before this recording was made, he did it again. He put up 10-year-old videos, out of context, of course, attacking me. Now, why is this? I suppose it was because of my Friday night marathon, and what I did on there was discuss the fact that the Canadian who was responsible for the creation of the Children's Crusade and Mr. Holmseth are both fugitives from justice. He ignores that fact. He ignores the fact that he has a long criminal history going back to when he was 20-some years old. He admits to his heavy drinking, the use of drugs, almost causing him to die. If you would look in one or two of the rare copies of his book, you would see that. But he also has another obsession when not talking about me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that is pictures of children. Now, he went on his blog and wrote that he wants people to make signs and he wants them to include veterans and so on and so forth. But what stands out is that he seems to want pictures of children that have been abused and so forth. Now, he's had pictures of children abused before. The only problem is they weren't abused. They were what they call raccoon children, and their eyes are the way they are because of a liver illness and not because they're abused. But the truth doesn't matter to Holmseth. It never has. And he's angry at me for calling him out on it. I think that's where the true obsession against me comes from with Mr. Holmseth, is the fact that I am constantly bringing out his lies, doing videos showing that what Mr. Holmseth represented was clearly false. It was a wasted effort, of course, because there are people out there that cling to his every word. Now, why, I don't know. People seem to believe that a former pizza delivery driver who is now completely unemployed is somehow capable of getting the ear of President Trump, and he has an affiliation with this big super duper secret Pentagon pedophile task force that is also part of SOCOM, which is an anti-terrorist branch of the United States Army. And here we are. Now, I could probably go on for hours about this nonsense with Mr. Holmseth, but, why? Why give him this constant attention? The only thing I'm doing here is I'm addressing this latest sick video of his where he completely misrepresents the context of what was on there. He uses a picture of me without a shirt on, which I guess is a cardinal sin. Men aren't allowed to not wear shirts, so I guess all those people at the beaches and swimming pools and so forth throughout the country are going to get arrested because they don't have a shirt on. But that's the picture Holmseth uses, out of context, as always. It's called gaslighting, folks. It's called yellow journalism. Tim Holmseth professes to be a journalist, yet he does exactly what a journalist is not supposed to do. Now, who else is Tim Holmseth obsessed about? Well, first of all, there's anyone that professes to be a Democrat or does not support Trump. Holmseth is clinging to Donald J. Trump, and if you do not support Trump, you're automatically on his, quote, list. And so he spreads false and misleading propaganda about anyone who's a Democrat. Now, Republicans aren't exempt either. He's gone after Vice President Pence, claiming that JFK Jr., a guy that's been dead for quite a long time now, is going to be the next vice president of the United States, that Pence is going to find himself out of a job. Now, we are getting very close to the general election, and there has been no indication that Pence is going anywhere. Now, this has been a weird year, so nothing would surprise me at this point. But I doubt we are going to see JFK Jr. standing on the podium with Donald J. Trump. Ain't happening, folks. And the one thing you will notice if you look at the Facebook page of Mr. Holmseth and the YouTube channel that Mr. Holmseth is operating, you will find that there's very little there about missing children. He's attacking people. He's attacking me. He's attacking Greg Sawyer. He's attacking the founder of the Children's Crusade. He's ignoring pedophiles and ignoring missing children and abused children and so on and so forth. It's been his mantra since 2009. Now, why is he attacking a lawyer from Florida and a journalist who used to be on CNN, HLN, and is now running his own podcast? It boils down to jealousy. See, the one thing you have to remember about Mr. Holmseth, and this is easily verified, is that he was rejected. And he got mad. He's kind of like the guy that asks the cheerleader out, or the most popular girl out to the prom, and gets summarily rejected and basically told to go fly a kite. He doesn't take rejection easily. He hates rejection. But he was rejected. He was told, go away. We're perfectly capable of handling the situation without you. And ever since that time, he has been attacking people who were truly trying to find a missing child. He's accused them of horrific crimes. He's had this obsession with these people since 2009. This is now 2019. We're over a decade of his obsession with these people. And he's got himself a little bit of a following, because that's the nature of people that follow someone like Tim. These are people with dark hearts. These are people that like to see the worst in people. These people don't care in the truth. They believe in the cause, whatever that may be. And that's what's happening here with Mr. Holmseth. People have joined this cult, and Timothy is their cult leader. And it doesn't matter the damage or harm that is done to his targets by his lies. They don't care. They just care about the mission, the cause. Timothy Holmseth is going to lead people down a dark path. He already has led a lot of people down a dark path. There are innocent people in jail right now because of Timothy Charles Holmseth. Field McConnell, who had a successful run on the internet, is under house arrest because of Timothy Holmseth. There's a woman in Colorado that is in jail right now because of Timothy Charles Holmseth and the others. And Timothy Holmseth is out there spreading his hate, spreading his obsession, living off of others, and diverting attention away from what should be the cause. There should be true discussion about sex trafficking of children, kidnapping of children, abuse of children, murdering children, so on and so forth. Instead, people like Tim Holmseth use it as a means to make money and garner undeserved attention. And that's what's so sad about all this. And those out there who are the true pedophiles and sex traffickers couldn't be happier, because people like Tim Holmseth take attention away from them. They are allowed to freely do their evil deeds because nobody's paying attention to them. Everybody's paying attention to the politicians. Everybody's paying attention to the obsession of this sick man named Timothy Charles Holmseth. And that's the sad truth here. The fact that Tim Holmseth attacks me and others personally is not really the sad part of all this. The sad part is he's taking attention away from the abused, the kidnapped, the murdered, and those that have been trafficked. They are left in the dust because Tim needs the attention and the money. And that's the way things are today on this hot July Saturday. This is William K. Murtaugh, Witness 1. Have a good one.